Hey guys, what's up? This is Leo. I just wanted to make an update since I've been about 4 months on testosterone now. Actually, 124 days as of today. So I've got a couple co-stars with me today that you might see pop up on screen. This is my puppy Ani. She's pretty wild but pretty adorable. So she might pop up on screen, and then there's my puppy Runty, who might come up here. Come here, Runty. Come here. Come here. Come on. Yeah, this is Runty. He is my puppy son. He is my firstborn, and I'm obsessed with him. So they might be on screen from time to time with me as we do this video today. So don't worry about that. Yeah, 4 months on testosterone, 124 days as of today. It's pretty exciting. I can so distinctly remember just feeling like I was never going to be on it. So it's pretty crazy to have been on it this long. I was talking with my partner, Elisa, who you'll see in some videos later on in the channel. We were talking yesterday, and this process has been a little bit more difficult than expected, and I wanted to kind of make a video that really emphasized that. Sorry, my TV's coming on. Unless you want to watch America's Next Top Model, we're going to give it a break for a minute. But yeah, I was talking with Elisa the other day, and we really wanted to make a video that talked about some of the struggles that we've had, because there's been some that were pretty unexpected, at least for my part. And I don't know if they were unexpected or I just got the sense that I was going to feel them out as they've come up. But it's been pretty intense, especially the last month or so, I'm going to say, was pretty hard, and it's something that we've been spending a lot of time working on together. So she's going to do a video with me pretty soon here, but I thought I'd speak a little bit on my own. I've been so excited about being on T that it's been hard for me to talk about. I don't know, hard for me to talk about, or maybe I just wasn't really fully talking about how kind of stressful and scary it can be on T, especially when you start to realize that you're going to have to start telling people, and you're gonna get strange looks if you use the women's restroom. So there's been a lot of anxiety, internal anxiety that I've felt with that. I'm going to therapy every week, which really helps. That keeps me on an even keel. My therapist is incredibly open-minded and really has helped me work through some stuff. And then also I have Elisa, who is a good partner, and we talk about a lot of things. Even when they're hard, we still tend to talk about them, which I think is part of our strength, But I've been having this anxiety, and in the past couple weeks I've really started to admit it more, and in the past week itself I've started to be a lot more real about it with Elisa, which I think is good, because I think that for a while she got the opinion that I was just all happy about this, but I really have been dealing on a daily basis with this kind of anxiety, be it about how people are perceiving me, about restrooms. I still haven't made the switch. And so that worries me, because obviously it's going to be a little bit more awkward to keep using the women's room as time goes on. And also I haven't told my family yet, so there's that. I know this video is going on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure they don't use YouTube, so my parents and extended family don't know. I've kind of adopted the attitude that I don't owe them anything, because I want them in my life. And I'm at the point in my life, I'm 26, so if they want to be in my life, they'll choose to. And I absolutely want them there if they want to be there. And so I've taken the attitude that I'm not going to tell them, but if they ask, then I'll talk openly about it. But that still gives me some really big anxiety, because obviously my body is shifting. You can look at my daily selfies and see how it's shifted, so I get pretty nervous when I think about the conversation coming up about, all of that, but especially with my parents. Coming out was a real struggle. I come from a really conservative Christian background, a family of pastors and missionaries and church volunteers, and I actually went to school to be a pastor, so it kind of gives you a feel for the place that I'm coming from, I guess. My whole world was so steeped in religion that I didn't think being gay was an option. But ironically, I think I've known since I was probably 3 or 4 or 5 that I felt masculine, but it was so outside of the field of what was normal in the culture I grew up in, that I never thought about being trans. I never thought about being gay. And then when I hit college, someone asked me if I was gay, and I said, well, I'm attracted to women. So that made sense, you know. But then as times unfolded, and you know, Elise has been a big part of pressing me to talk about it, but I definitely have discovered the more gender fluid and masculine side of myself. Obviously, now I'm seeing what happens as we take testosterone, and kind of finding out where on the continuum I feel comfortable. But that was never an option that I could even conceive for myself when I was younger. So it's pretty scary to think about everything you've known for your whole life just kind of flipping up on its end. But I guess that I came out about 6 years ago or so, and since then my life has been flipping up on its end. So I guess I shouldn't feel weird about this anymore, but there's still that constant anxiety, especially as a person who's diagnosed with anxiety. I deal a lot with like racing thoughts, and that just pushes me into kind of depressive, anxious, irritable state. And I've definitely been there over the past couple weeks. I was worried with tea that my anxiety would increase a lot just because of the chemicals in my body, and I haven't felt that so much. I've noticed that the anxiety has definitely been related to my thought process, and when I am thinking more about what others perceive of me, what restroom to use, or telling my family, that's when my anxiety increases. So something that I'm dealing with right now. And also along the lines of being in a relationship, I can see how it's been hard for my partner, and I hate that I'm putting her through this, but she's encouraged me along the way, so we're kind of working through the waves together. But I have to respect that my transition does impact her, and I have to give her time to process that. But there's just a lot of questions because everyone wants to know. People are asking her, well, oh, we thought you were a lesbian, and she's like, yeah, I am. And then they ask, over the line questions about our physicality, about anatomy, and it just gets to be really intrusive. And so we're having a hard time internally some days, and then we've got that extra pressure externally, and it can get to be a lot. Thankfully, we are both really working on ourselves, and we're really working on our relationship, so we're able to work through a lot of the internal stuff. And hopefully, hopefully we can just process the external stuff as it comes up. It still seems a little frustrating that people are just so kind of uneducated and flippant about how they speak about, my body or Elisa's orientation. And it really frustrates me some days, but I try not to take it out on people because, especially in my area, people just don't know. Some people would say I'm making excuses for them and their behavior's not acceptable, but I don't know, I'm trying to err on the side of caution because I know some people want to understand. So it just gets to be a lot when, you're already struggling in your relationship, and then people are coming at you from the outside with all of these over the line questions. So those are some of the struggles that we've really been feeling personally as a couple. And I'll let her speak more to her struggles later on, and we'll post it on the channel. But that's kind of where I'm at with 4 months. Everything, it's kind of settling in. It's not my first week anymore. I'm getting used to the changes. They're still occurring, but I'm starting to settle into the real life reality of being on T, I guess, and dealing with some of those natural cause and effect situations that are happening. I'm not saying they're negative, I'm not saying they're positive. They're just things that are naturally going to happen as my body masculinizes, and so I'm working on those and continuing to work on my anxiety. And I'm really excited for Elisa to post her video because I know there's not a lot of resources that I've seen for us to look at, because she does still identify as a lesbian, and weirdly enough, I guess I still identify as a lesbian because I don't feel like a cisgendered man. But I guess we'll just see what happens. But I'm excited that we can put our voices out there and hopefully give some hope to some other people who might be in our situation. So yeah, this is Leo, 4 months on testosterone, 124 days. Feel free to leave any comments. I really love dialogue, and I would love to chat with anybody who wants to. So have a good day, everybody.